This powder tanker truck is from WSI and it's in the colours of Melmer, the Austrian haulage company which also runs a fleet of highly decorated trucks. There are no surprises in the packaging, which are to the usual WSI standards. So you want to see some assembly. Well, on this model there's not much assembly to do other than to join the tractor and trailer together. The tractor is a 4x2 Volvo FH4, and looking underneath, the chassis is nicely detailed. And the Volvo cab looks really good. There are colour-coded door mirrors, a really nicely modelled front grille and a realistic number plate. The colour scheme and graphics on the Volvo are not complex, but they are nicely rendered. The roof light in the cab is solid rather than see-through, but there is a nice side fairing between the wheels. The underside of the powder tanker is good because there are plenty of pipes and hoses, and the curved shape of the tanker has been captured well. On one side of the tanker, the control panel has been reproduced with tiny graphics. And there are more graphics at the back, including a metal access ladder. Up on top there's a mesh walkway with a folded handrail, and the clamps on the access covers look realistic. The tanker is full of powder which can be blown out. Hey, don't switch that on! After clearing up that mess, we're out onto the Cranes etc. test track where the Volvo rolls smoothly. The rear wheels spin and are fixed to a common axle, and the steering does have movement, although it's somewhat restricted. Still, even if you have trouble with the curve, the Volvo will still drive around it. Let's now have a look at tilting the cab. I said tilt the cab, not the whole truck. Right, now do it properly. The cab tilts fully and can be pose tilted, and we can see a detailed engine with the Volvo name. Hopefully he will now close the cab without another tilting fiasco, and that allows us then to move on to the trailer. It rolls well because the wheels spin freely, and the nicely engineered feature on the trailer is the working suspension on each axle. If we set the truck down, then we can reproduce some unusual movements. The other feature on the trailer is that it has working landing legs. There are no screw threads visible, and if we wind them up, they're well clear of the ground. This is another very attractive looking truck from WSI models. As usual, the level of detailing is very good, and although this model doesn't have too many working features, you can set some interesting poses. So in summary, if you want a good looking powder tanker, it's highly recommended.